Hello YouTube, Aaron here with another one. I might actually install this soon myself, but basically I've just made a new clone of a SpitFire Alpine BTRFS level 22 compressed system. It's on the internet, so you can download it. I think we'll boot it first. Took me about probably 45 minutes. It is just a rough base, I'll be honest with you, for what I would normally do. There's missing widgets. But most of it is there, basically. The sounds. So I need to reinvent the menu so the login things at the top work. So there'll just be new QD bus send commands, because I kind of worked that out when I was building the taskbar. I had to find a new command for the overview. So I've not released it without the taskbar working, so the taskbar at least works the way it should. I've also put my service menus on here, so most of them will work. So you can I don't think reboot or because they use sudo commands. I need to change it over to my Alpine edition that I've got on the Pling store. I can do that next because I need to build the widgets that go on here. They just need to be compiled for here. What else? I've got my custom thing that pops up during the boot. Really and truly, this is fucking amazing. Seamless. I really want to get this on my handheld gaming edition and put maybe refined bootloader on it. So I'd have like some text that would normally pop up just before SDDM login. Overall, I've been using this in a virtual machine and having no problems whatsoever. I reckon on their AMD handheld it would be even better, to be fair, and I want to start working on them soon. I'm going to make a new video for my installer because I've got a new GUI script that I just built. I was actually talking to the Alpine dev. I don't know if it's the owner or one of the workers, but he is in the Alpine English chat, and I started speaking to him and told him about my cloner, and he was saying how it's only beneficial for various reasons. And I said, fair enough, I'm not saying it's the best, but it's definitely a method of doing things. And I said, am I right to share my links in here? And he said, no, can you share it in this chat? And I showed him my custom installer with the cloner, and he likes my installer, and he said he wants to maybe pull request it. With my installer, I want to change it so if you do select a desktop, it will set up the correct login manager. I'm not too sure if I'm missing anything else that needs to be set up with the RC update. I have installed Alpine a few times, but I'm not really up to scratch without the RC update stuff, to be fair. I haven't done Artix or I haven't done the Open RC side of things in a while, to be fair. I used to do it from scratch, so I'd like do a Ubuntu net install and try and do some crazy Frankenstein, you know, mad scientist experiment, and I'd be there for like maybe 12 hours at it, like this package needs to be installed, that package needs to be installed. I'd actually got somewhere in the end of doing it. I was actually talking about it in my last video as well. So I was at a time of making like Devon OpenRC spins, I was trying to do an Ubuntu, and I basically converted it or something or the other. I got onto Ubuntu 2004 at the time, I think it was, with OpenRC, and all the packages were working fine, but the only problem was I couldn't use the Python version I was on because of on Calamares, because Calamares was looking for an older version where I was using the new, because I was using all the newer packages. It was like Ubuntu OpenRC latest 2004 packages, Frankenstein to fuck, but it was still updating and installing packages. It was like, you know, it was factory kind of, apart from the fact obviously you couldn't use the installer of Calamares, so I would have had to make my own custom installer, which I should have really just kept the ISO that I cloned from Penguin's eggs at the time. I'm pretty sure I might be able to do it in the future or something, because I generally obviously know that it does work. People think because it's Ubuntu they're so systemd heavy. No, there is a way to get around it. You just need to sit there and go through all the different dependencies, and that's why the KDE team really don't want to do anything with regards to you know, sitting there on Ubuntu and messing with it really. So yeah, these things don't work in full. So some of them need to use the dbus send command. Oh yeah, we've got the note. So this is a bit of an error really. Yeah, the file's online. I will show it in a minute. I'm not too sure how the GitHub repository looks, so I might have a look at that as well in this video. But yeah, this notifications icon is normally removed. So I kind of like just wanted to make a little rough base of this, just to get out there and get a few photos and test, I guess, before I plush it up. Because I need to obviously look at some packages and things in the repository. I've noticed a few things that are missing. I haven't really been on it too much, I guess 45 minutes. Obviously I made my installer first to even get onto the BTRFS. For those that don't know, this is BTRFS Alpine. Of course I'm not messing about when it comes to things latest and greatest, you know. We're going to go through SSDs and NVMEs like no tomorrow, baby! You know, copy to write, because this is compressed. It's max, you know. Not much should be changing on here. This is stable. We should be on the stable kernel, to be fair. That's what I want it to be on. You can change that if you want in your own time. But, you know, with a system like this, not much is going to change really and truly. The desktop packages don't come for 6 months. I've already spoke to the Alpine devs in the past. I've been in contact with them for various different things. So yeah, I in the sense obviously know a little bit about Alpine, even though I haven't really been, haven't had much uptime, should I say, you know, on the system itself, using the APK repository system, package system, should I say, you know. But as a whole, look, we've got 1.4 gigabytes worth of memory. That's not too bad, to be fair. We've got a disk space of 5.6, but I'll be honest with you, that there's some space in there. There's a lot of space here. We're looking at probably about what, nearly maybe about a gigabyte and something. We can do the maths on gparted. That's why gparted is installed. It's part of the thing. You might need to use gparted. I don't know for those. But if we was to resize it, we're not going to resize it, but we'd have a size of like 5.9 GB, which ain't too bad. I mean, the base system itself is like 3 when it's compressed. We've got the F-stab set up, so we're running on the compression. Honestly, this is pretty cool. So for those that do want to install this system, so we're going to come here. There's some photos that need to be added into a directory. So I'm going to add these into a directory and just plush up the readme like I normally do, kind of. But we've got some photos here. It's pretty much the same. I haven't set up the bash RC either. Was it the ash RC? Because now everything's scripted in ash. There's no point changing to sudo or changing to bash or whatever. Just keep it the original OME from base as much as I can, really. The original Alpine taste. And I really do believe that this photo here goes well with the Alpine setting of the mountains. And I changed the logo. Got the logo from their website, I'm pretty sure, and changed the colours of it. Hopefully they don't mind that. I mean, this is kind of like a custom fork. Not many people are making distributions based on Alpine, I see. Yeah, I want to get this installed on my system, whether I'm going to do it on here or on here. I've got another machine that I do need to get a wire for at some point, maybe, and a new TV So yeah, you might, if you do download this, because I've currently only got it on my Google Drive. For those that don't know, I did make a new website as well. So I've got a new website. If you think, what happened to the website when I go to the website? Why does it take me to this website? This is all written in PHP now, pretty much. PHP, HTML. It took me a while to code. I had to figure some things out so that if I change this file, I have to change the name that it loads to. I'll put some sounds on here, some songs and whatnot. I need to put Alpine on here as well. But I just think overall this is pretty well made. I used DeepSeek to build the whole website as well. I used to make some websites back in the day. I had like a gaming website, but I wouldn't have published that on YouTube. So I have updated the repository, so you can use that if you want to, but I'm not too sure who would want to be installing anything. These links don't work, so whatever gets copied or used here. The core is the core final now. I think everything is just final, so if you add final to it, like core final, core 26, I don't know, I might not have changed it. No, I don't think I'm I don't think I'm logged into Bluehost, or what I use is WordPress. It's like add-on. It's kind of I guess it's pretty hard to build using the website builder. It's not as easy as Webador, which is what I used to use. The server that I'm using now is based on Bluehost, and it's in Germany, which is pretty funny. I've been using a German distribution for the last 3 to 4 months. But I don't stick with anything too long, and I like to go out with the old and in with the new, and just see what I can do with time. You know, I might jump back into a time where, you know, I was before and change from there. At one point I was on my Hyperlink setup. I do miss it. I want to be on there. I might put that on that Artix. But you know, Artix, no, Alpine, but you know that Alpine team probably not going to support the Hyperlink because of the dot files. I know this. I managed to set it up, and I do have a script for this on my GitHub. For those that don't know, I made an Artix Hyperlink, and it's on here as well. So I need to make a README for my new distribution of Artix, Alpine, sorry. But the files on here has been uploaded. The minimal stable version 1, v1, link 1. The checksums have been made and uploaded, so they're to do with that file. Yeah, so I got a Artix Hyperlink. Is it in testing? There's a lot of stuff on here that might need re-uploading, because I found for some reason there's a download limit. I didn't add that to it to the settings, but it might be something that happened. It might be testing stuff. Testing.images. ISOs to build from. Maybe it's an ISO because I might have claimed it to be Arch. I've got a lot of stuff on here to keep up to date with it all. It's pretty crazy. I had someone the other day speaking to me. I made a video about it. Arch Hyperlink. I made a video about it, and they wanted me to make an update to an up image, or say the origin of where it come from, and the origin had already been set there, already put on the internet, and I just got annoyed over that, and I don't think it really was that nice. I was just kind of annoyed at the time. I was supposed to build from, it's not that one then. KD Linux Archive. I might have removed it, but I don't know why I would. So, testing, it's got to be testing. Cashier was Arch Hyperlink, Apex Linux. There's a lot being tested. Extras. That isn't right. Where is it? Tutorials. I've got something to do with Hyperlink on here, because I remember speaking to someone. I don't understand what's happened to it. Because I had it, it was like an 800 megabyte thing. I deleted everything off my SourceForge as well. But predated, it shouldn't be in here. It should be in the testing, I do believe. Would it be in archive and there's no text in it? Gameware container. Could it be in the inconsistent containers? Arch. No. Squash FS repo packages. No. Bit of a bummer because I've made a lot of stuff over the time. Arch Hyperland. Anyway, I made an Artix Hyperland back in the day. It might even be Apex Linux, but there's no README. Right, here we go. Apex Linux. Yeah, here, I honestly don't think this is it. It might not be. Temporary Pac-Man. Oh yeah, I was going to remove it. No, I don't think this is. So, I would have mentioned something about the stuff. The Artix side to it. Bit of a bummer, but I guess I'm not really too fussed. It's not really something I would be using. But yeah, I can try and set up Hyperland on Alpine. Maybe here we go. Manual Artix. No. So yeah, I used to make Artix, OpenRC spins, and they've always been plasma based primarily, and that's why now I can't really find that file. If I type anything to do with Artix in here, I might find it, because I always upload my files. Artix Hyperland. Here we go. There is a file called Artix Hyperland, wherever that is. Where is it? I'd like to know where that is exactly. How do we do that on here? Straight away found it. It's like, wow. Where is it? Oh, move Artix Hyperland. My drive. Well, I've got the file there. It's not like I'm going to be using it anytime soon. If anything, I'll do a test with it before I upload it, just to make sure it is that same file that I had in the first place uploaded. But I built it from scratch basically to work with Hyperland. The only issue I had was I couldn't really use the OBS studio because of the portal, because I spoke to the Artix team. But yeah, overall the experience of this is just really quite solid based, like it says on their website, and it's fast. I think I could possibly even get onto the AMD kernel, because I see that in a repository, or get onto the Linux stable, what I'd much rather be on. There's certainly some room for improvement, and I will put a release out on my GitHub. Yeah, for those that are waiting on updates on other distributions, I've got a lot going on at the moment, so once I've done my repositories, because I've got v1 nearly built, probably update that, to be fair, and then make v2, which is going to be more of a rolling one. I've got to put all the home directories. There's going to be like 6 in total, because I've got the dev. Well, I might make this script stable and then turn the dev into the image, because that's what I'm going to be using. And then that saves me having to put extra .homes. But SpitFire is going to have 2 homes anyway. And then Apex is going to have 1 home. Well, they're essentially like, for the full editions you're looking at nearly 2 GB, 1.4 GB compressed, and then uncompressed is like 2.5 because of my app images that I use. If we was used to use flat pack, do the maths here, we're looking at probably about 7 GB. So 2.5 GB over 7 GB is better any day, and they're all app images as well. I want to really put them in my repository, on my Arch repository, so I could possibly do that. There is only, what, 7 of them, so I'll just make the template of where the folders get put, and I make the package build to do the process of copying them to the right place. It'd be pretty much the same as downloading them, really, as downloading the home directory. Well, the home directory itself will be a lot smaller and only my theme, really. So, yeah, a lot to do, a lot to tinker. A fucking amazing, super fast, lightweight fucking distribution released. I hope you've liked watching my video. That's a bye from me, Aaron.